He was the former chairman of NASDAQ, one of the most respected men on Wall Street. Banks trusted him. Universities trusted him. Charities trusted him. Billionaires trusted him. Even the regulators trusted him. For nearly 40 years, he reported investment returns that seemed almost impossible. Consistent, predictable, profitable, through bull markets, through crashes, through economic crises. Nobody stopped him, because nobody wanted to believe there was anything to stop. His name was Bernard Lawrence Madoff, and he ran the largest Ponzi scheme in the history of the world. Bernie Madoff was born on the 29th of April 1938 in Queens, New York. He grew up in a working-class neighborhood called Laurelton. He was ambitious, intelligent, and determined to build something bigger than the life he had inherited. In 1960, at the age of 22, he founded Bernard L. Madoff Investment Securities with $5,000, money he had earned working as a lifeguard and installing sprinkler systems. Within a decade, Madoff had become a major figure in American finance. He helped pioneer electronic trading systems that would later become foundational to the NASDAQ stock exchange. He served as NASDAQ chairman 3 separate times. He was not merely respected, he was celebrated, admired, trusted without question. And then something happened that nobody has ever been able to pinpoint. Somewhere along the way, the legitimate businessman disappeared. The fraudster took his place. No one knows exactly when it happened, only that by the time anyone noticed, billions of dollars had already vanished. Here is how the scheme worked. Madoff operated 2 businesses under the same roof. The first was real, a legitimate and highly successful market-making firm. The second was fiction. His investment advisory business existed largely on paper. Clients deposited money believing it was being invested in a sophisticated strategy. They received detailed account statements showing steady gains. The statements were fabricated. The trades never happened. The money was not being invested. Instead, it sat inside a single bank account. When investors requested withdrawals, Madoff paid them using money deposited by newer clients, exactly as Charles Ponzi had done decades earlier. But with one critical difference. Madoff never promised extraordinary returns, and that is what made him so dangerous. While Charles Ponzi promised investors 50% returns in 45 days, Madoff offered something far more believable: 10 to 12% annually, steady, reliable, year after year. This is the first psychological principle. Believable lies are more dangerous than outrageous ones. 10 to 12% feels reasonable, responsible, safe. Madoff did not primarily attract people chasing impossible wealth. He attracted people looking for certainty. The second principle was exclusivity. Getting money into Madoff's fund was not easy. You needed an introduction, a referral. Madoff understood a powerful psychological truth. The harder something is to access, the more valuable it appears. His investors did not merely trust him. They felt fortunate to be allowed to trust him. And privilege silences doubt more effectively than almost anything else. One man refused to accept the story. His name was Harry Markopolos. In 1999, he was asked to reverse engineer Madoff's investment strategy. What he discovered immediately troubled him. The numbers did not work. The strategy Madoff claimed to be using could not consistently produce these returns. For nearly a decade, one man kept shouting that the emperor had no clothes. Nobody listened. The SEC investigated multiple times. Each time they failed to uncover the fraud. Each time Madoff walked away untouched. The most powerful financial regulator in the world either missed the warning signs or failed to understand them. And Madoff continued, year after year, billion after billion. The scheme finally collapsed in 2008, not because of regulators, but because mathematics caught up with him. The global financial crisis triggered a wave of withdrawal requests. Investors wanted their money back, billions of dollars. The problem was simple: the money did not exist. In December 2008, Madoff confessed to his sons. The confession came one day after the firm's annual Christmas party. The following morning, his sons reported him to the FBI. On the 11th of December 2008, Bernie Madoff was arrested. He was 70 years old. Judge Denny Chin sentenced him to 150 years in prison. the maximum possible sentence. The damage was almost impossible to comprehend. Actual investor losses totaled approximately $20 billion, more than 40,000 victims. Retirees lost their life savings. Charities collapsed. Families watched decades of security disappear overnight. In December 2024, the United States Department of Justice completed the final distribution from the Madoff Victim Fund. More than $4.3 billion had been returned to victims. It had taken 16 years. Bernie Madoff died on the 14th of April 2021 in a federal medical facility. He died in prison. His family paid a devastating price. His son Mark took his own life. His son Andrew died of cancer. The Madoff name became synonymous with betrayal. How does a man steal from the world for nearly 40 years? The answer is trust. Trust is a shortcut the human brain possesses. But once trust becomes identity, it becomes extraordinarily difficult to challenge. Because questioning the trusted person means questioning yourself, your judgment, your story. Bernie Madoff did not build the largest Ponzi scheme in history by convincing people to trust him. He built it by convincing them there was no reason not to. The largest Ponzi scheme in history was not built on complexity, it was built on 3 words. I trust him. Next week on The Criminal Blueprint. She matched with him on Tinder. He flew her on a private jet on their first date. Within months, she was $250,000 in debt, and he was already on Tinder again. The Tinder swindler, how he turned love into a business model.